Hey guys, I'm Ethan. This is Morgan. That's Samson. We are currently waiting on JB and Abel. We are at the Raven Cliff Trailhead. We're gonna shuttle from Raven Cliff over to Sassafras and then hike back. Got some pretty fall weather. It's like 55 degrees. It feels awesome, and we're really excited. So yeah. All right, so we're out here on top of Sassafras, and we're fixing to head down the trail. We got everybody out here. Got Samson, got Morgan, Abel, and there's JB over there tying his shoe. And you take a swing out here. Got a really pretty view with some sweet fall color. And Joe Cassie way over there in the background. So we'll see you on the trail. So currently we're descending down Sassafras. It's pretty steep. It's not too bad. I did see on the trail elevation profile though that it gets to a grade of 37%. I don't think we're there yet, but it's pretty steep. So anyway, check back in later.
I'm gonna be right here. I got
All right, so we found the 37% grade, and it's pretty steep. I don't know if you can see everybody back there behind me, but it's real steep. So, and it's been a while since we've seen a blue blaze, but finally there's one right here, so we're good to go. Right there on that bad boy is our blue blaze. So we'll talk to you in a little bit next time we see something cool. All right, so we're starting. We've really found some real serious grade now. You can see JB right there in the front, and then you got Abel in the middle, and then Morgan finally way back up in the back. So we just came down that, but you have almost equal grade going up this way. So thank you, Samson, for leading. Be brave, buddy. All right, everybody smile. All right, so the road primarily to this point has been like, or excuse me, the trail's been like a road that they cut through here, but we're fixing to go down some actual trail. So yeah, and right now we're fixing to summit White Oak Mountain or something like that. But anyway, this is the view of the trail now as we're coming up here. So we'll keep you posted. There's Samson. Also, wind blows have been like a serious reoccurrence on this trail. We had Hurricane Ada come through last week or week before, and yeah, I got a lot of windfalls from that. So
you about to. There you went.
Samson, got you a stick, bud?
Cut my leg off in the process.
So we took a little break down here, right here by this little creek. I don't know if you can see it over there, but it's right there. And so we're about 1.5 miles in. So had some serious climbing though so far. But yeah, we're gonna keep on keeping on. Ooh, Samson pooted. We made it back onto the road, so we're back off of the normal trail, back onto kind of this road, this fire road or whatever you want to call it. But it's pretty wide, pretty good berth. So, yep, we're steady hiking. We just made it up to the top of, what is this, White Oak Mountain, I think? Isn't it White Oak?
Yeah.
Yeah, White Oak Mountain. So, yep, heading on forward. Well, now we're back on the road, and the road's kind of come to a place, or trails kind of come to a place where we don't really know where the trail goes. It may go this way or it may go this way. Hopefully we don't get lost, and hopefully this is not the last time you see our faces. So yeah, so we found the trail. JB is in the back talking about women with Morgan. He's seeking some good advice. But right now we're back on the trail. It looks like it's been a forest fire here maybe last year or so. But now the trail's pretty good and we can see it again. So, yep. Really pretty fall colors though, man. I can't get over them. Basically what we're doing on this trail is we're just like bobbing in and out of North Carolina and South, from South Carolina to North Carolina and back and forth. But you actually start and finish in South Carolina, I think. Yeah, South Carolina. But yeah, we're just keeping on walking.
Generally make you happier.
We're good. Put on a different. We should all be singing here.
I might get a little annoying.
It's pretty cool. I wonder if like Wisconsin does the same thing.
We are at 2.6 miles and got a sweet little campsite. So it's about 10:45, so we're clicking on. All right.
Go ahead, David. Climb in there. I don't know if I can. You probably could.
Whether you're gonna like what's in there is a different story.
How far are we? What's our destination, Abel? That must suck.
There's a really squish Pop-Tart.
Morgan, you getting this little snack?
Yeah.
Gotta have them goodies. Hey, what you got back there?
Emerald cashews.
Emerald cashews. How about you, JB?
Excellence.
Excellence. What are you eating?
The reserves.
Nothing.
Excellent.
Oh, the reserves. Ah, gotcha. Samson, what are you doing, bud? Oh, he's a good boy.
We're good. Put on a different. We should all be singing here.
I might get a little annoying. I gazed out there for a minute. No butt crack. Not the crack.
Goal is to make it to Gum Gap tonight, which is 10 miles. So we're right at 6 miles left to go, and it's 12 o'clock. So we kind of got to be hoofing it. So, but I think we can do it. God's good. So all the time. I don't know if y'all can see, but this is basically straight up. You got Abel and Morgan standing right there. This is a steep one, boys. This is a steep one.
Ethan.
What?
I'm gonna get this.
Hey.
Well, we're right at 4 3/4 mile in. There's a big campsite up behind me, but I walked over here to the water. Samson just got him a drink. He's feeling better. But a real good source of water right here. Looks like it'll probably be most of the year because I don't think it's rained too much in a while. Other than that storm probably 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, I'll flash back up here and we'll show you. Right here in the bend of a road. Morgan's sitting right there on the edge of the campsite or the campfire ring. But it's like a big old spot right here. So, you know, Forest Road comes that way and goes back up that way, which is I think the way that the trail goes too. We decided to change our plans a little bit. We stopped for lunch at the campsite right at about 4.5 miles, or excuse me, 4 3/4 miles. So Morgan's having some potatoes. JB had some peanuts. Abel's eating not a quesadilla, tortilla. I got the handy dandy Pop-Tart. So
no less.
yeah, we think we have officially abandoned our plan to try and make it 10 miles tonight. We're just gonna kind of see where we make it to, and we'll camp somewhere. So anyway, see you on the trail. Kind of had a late lunch. We didn't eat till about probably about 1:20 or so, 1:15, 1:20. But we just started back and we're hiking up this old logging road. It goes right here. I'm pretty sure we're still like right on the state line, bouncing in and out of North Carolina. Hey everybody. All right, so we're off the road, back on the trail, just past some guys, and so we're kind of in a scorched earth area, so we're gonna look like it. You can see a little bit of remnants of it right now, but thinking it might get a little worse. So we'll see you in a little bit. Uphill, by the way, in case you get. So we're headed up. I think we found what them guys were talking about. Really sweet, like rock boulder field exposure. I don't know what to call that, but it's all kind of around here. I think most of that came from that fire that they were talking about. So we got to find our way through there somewhere though.
Blaze right there.
Oh, we just found the blaze, so heading on. Had a fire, but man, it's got this really, really just beautiful moss. Don't know what the official name is, but my father calls it asparagus moss. But just really pretty, kind of up through there. I don't know, there's some kind of analogy or life lesson in that, you know, God can take something that absolutely thinks is going to destroy you, turn it into something beautiful. So life lessons on the trail. There's a perfect example. And there's Abel.
Yep.
And there's my baby.
Hey.
Got a sweet blue blaze on a rock. Climbing up through here. Oh yeah, it's also one that fell down. But we're cutting it through here. Around these rocks, over this little tree. Oh, you're good. Go ahead. All right, we're still climbing up this rock. Morgan, how you feeling?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, good.
Nice day.
Listen, I gotta tell you, she's been a trooper all day today. Ain't never seen somebody hike like her today. She's done incredible. And I love her. And Sass is a pretty good dog too. Abel has also done well. And JB is currently valiantly leading the pack. So everybody's doing good today. Again, just this, oh my gosh, this beautiful, just from the scorched ground.
Beauty from disaster.
Beauty from disaster, that's exactly right. That was Abel, not me, just so y'all know. Not trying to take credit for this man. You okay, baby?
I just not lost it, but it's all good.
Really, oh my gosh. This is just absolutely gorgeous. You got a blaze up there, JB? Gorgeous, man. So currently we're walking through this like field of asparagus moss, or that's what my father calls it. They call it asparagus moss because way back in the day in my hometown of Wagner, South Carolina, train used to come through and they grew asparagus a ton. And this same moss would grow in the swamps and real moist places. And they'd use it to pack the asparagus in so the asparagus didn't get damaged, and they would also wet the moss in order to keep it cool and just keep it damp so it doesn't really dry out. So it's pretty cool to see it growing up here, and it's just really pretty because it grows like literally everywhere. We didn't miss this. Thank you, Lord, for letting us not miss this.
I'm stuck by the briars.
Doing great, babe. We're doing some serious off-roading right here, going through some briars. Ow. Good thing it feels like JB's already pulled all the briars off of them. So, ow, other than one, I found one. So right before we got into that real rough patch, or the real scorched earth patch, those guys had told us that there was a road, and he thought that you could walk the road around, or you could take the path. But man, absolutely take the path less traveled. It is phenomenal. In the summer it would be really rough. It would suck very bad because there's briars. But right now, weather's great. The briars aren't too bad, and it looks like enough people have walked through to kind of pull the briars, the actual briars themselves, off of the briar bushes as they passed. So, what do you think of that section, Morgan?
It was really pretty, and because we had to take it slow because of all the like stuff in the way, the uphill wasn't as bad as some of those other ones, like that are clear, where you just have a straight path up.
Good. It really helps to have some views too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was really pretty.
Good. Abel, what you thinking?
It was great.
It was great. You having a good time?
Yeah. Thankfully I didn't feel much of the briars because of the clothes I'm wearing.
There you go.
But I probably feel bad for you and JB.
Oh, I'm good, man. They didn't get me on up by my arms. So.
JB got in the hand.
Yeah, he got
And sunburned.
big time, mega big. All right, well, we're moving on. JB is I don't know. So we're climbing up Dove Mountain right now. I just had to go out of the trail a little bit. Had some blowdowns have just been the story of this trip, but we're climbing up to the top of Dove right now, and Samson seems to still be doing pretty good. So he ain't like a stud, just like his daddy. But we'll see you at the top. We're almost about to the top of Dove, however you say it. But we made it to the side, and we got some, man, just absolutely beautiful. Sorry, this distracted me. But anyway, absolutely beautiful fall color over here. All around us, almost 360. So I'm really, really excited to get to the top, and hopefully we'll have some views from the top too. So, yep. Also, you could camp right here. We're right at about 6 miles. It's a little hilly right here, but I think you could definitely find a place to pitch a tent. So,
And
yep.
also, it's a perfect place to night someone.
It is
shown.
magical place. So we just summited Dove, however you say it. At the literal summit, there is just the absolute most beautiful campsite. Didn't stop and look at it because there's some guys that had the campsite, but it's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Big rock ledge right up that this campsite's right on top of. Just gorgeous place. Highly recommend camping there if you come through there. And yeah, so definitely check it out. We're gonna hike on a little bit. This is what trail's looking like right now. We're on this Forest Service road, so we're gonna hike on basically till we can't go or till it gets dark, one of the two, and then we'll kind of figure it out from there. So got everybody following behind us, snaps and scratching a flea, but we're keeping on. We'll see y'all in a minute. All right, so we're at 7.5 mile marker. We just came down a super long descent. I mean, probably well over a mile descent, I would guess. I don't quite know, but it was a long way. But right at 7.5 miles, real good water source it looks like, but you are gonna have the bushwhack to get down to it. It's a pretty good little drop right there. But Abel, how you feeling, man?
Feeling pretty good.
Good. JB, how about you?
Great.
Great. He just discovered his knife has a secret compartment. Morgan, how you feeling? Good. We're gonna march on. So we're starting to head up. We got looks like a little 1-2 hill climb right here, and at some point we're gonna start looking for camp. So yeah, maybe we'll update you when we get there. Also in this really cool boulder field, and I don't know if you can see it through the trees right there, but that white you see that's not the sky is actually this huge rock face, and it goes all the way back here. But there's no good way to show that, or no good place to see it anyway. But it is absolutely beautiful, and it is massive. So after a little research on this giant rock face, this mountain is called Bursted Rock Mountain, and it makes sense because there's these huge boulders that have just fallen down from up here down in here. And there's one right in there. You can kind of see it a little bit, but it's just absolutely incredible, man. Huge rock face. All right, so we had a pretty long day, 8.08 miles today. We finally made camp. We're just before going up. What was it, Abel?
Just going up.
Some mountain that we're about to go up. Everybody, including Samson, has absolutely killed it today. A lot of hard miles and a lot of straight ups and straight downs. Been very impressed with all of them, especially for their first trip. And yeah, we're about to set up camp. I'll show you some shots of camp once we get set up. So JB's over there working us up some firewood and some stuff. So yeah, see y'all in a little bit. All right, so like I said, we're in camp. We set up. We got JB over there in the end in a hammock. A Bizzle right here in the old what's that thing called? Copper Spur? No, not Copper Spur.
It's on there.
Some big Agnes tent. And then my beautiful wife, all our stuff, and Samson. And that's our tent right there. That's the old duplex. It's been handy dandy. So oh, Fly Creek, that's what Abel's tent is. It's a Fly Creek. Anyway.
And don't forget to talk about the expensive light fleece jacket.
Oh yeah, and you got a sweet Patagonia light fleece. Pretty sweet.
The only light fleece they had in that store.
We'll update you in a little bit when we get some
when
we start eating some food. Probably gonna be some spam tacos tonight. Oh, it's right here though.
I can't do the other way.
So, but I think everybody's either going to no shoes or to comfy shoes. So I got my Crocs on. Morgan's got her Crocs on.
I got my comfy shoes.
Abel does not have comfy shoes, and JB is barefoot. But here comes my buddy. Here he is. Oh, he's a good boy. He's a good boy.
Hey, Bo, you got the new speed goats?
Just sat down for supper. Morgan's eating her some chicken and some ketchup, and she's gonna have some potatoes. I have actually I'm boiling water for Morgan, but I've got barbecue chicken tortillas, and Abel is fixing to make a spam taco.
Oh, actually, no. Yeah, there's one.
No, if you didn't actually have it, dude. Like, dude, I had to pick up the stack by
Feels
now.
like it's about 10 o'clock but it's like 7:30,
Yes, sir.
6:30 actually. Excuse me, just kidding. But we do got us a good little game of rummy going right here. So.
It'll be good.
All right, so I was coming over here to my tent and I found this sweet, sweet salamander. He is super, super cool. Almost stepped on him, but this little guy is, man, he is gorgeous.
All right, so we are in the tent for the night. Samson has taken over Ethan's sleeping pad, but it's pretty warm in here, and well, yeah, it's supposed to not rain. We're hoping for no rain.
For
and
JB's sake.
Yeah, and a good hike tomorrow.
Yep. All right, we survived the night. So it was really mild temperatures last night. I think it only got down probably to maybe like 50 or 55. So pretty mild. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt now. I'm a little cool, but not bad. But we survived. Tents made it. JB in the hammock made it. Samson slept on top of Morgan's head basically all night long. So we're gonna start with Abel. Abel, give us an impression of last night. How'd you sleep?
Slept pretty good. It got cold a couple times. I did wake up several times, and I was also checking to see if it was finally like 6:30, so we could go.
There you go. Morgan?
It was good once I finally went to sleep. Samson heard some things and started growling, which kept me up for a little while. But I was glad he was here. Felt better having him in the tent.
Jay Bizzle, how'd you sleep?
It was definitely an internal cold, and I'm 70% sure it started raining.
Well, but at least you didn't die.
Yeah, at least the bear didn't die.
Okay. Okay. The whole time we've been out here, JB has just had this idea that he's gonna be able to fight this bear. I don't know where he gets that idea from. But anyway, we're fixing to go check the bear bag, and hopefully it wasn't taken by a bear, or if it was, we're gonna send JB after them. So, yeah.
Get him his dreams.
So we'll see you in a little bit. We're fixing to pack up. It's about 6:50. So we're gonna get packed up and get on the road. Morgan wants to put in some miles today because she got some stuff to do tonight. So I'm gonna go bust a move this morning. So we'll see.
All right, so right now it's 7:57. We're getting packed up. About to switch off the Crocs, put the hiking shoes back on.
Speed Goat 4s.
They got their Speed Goat 4s. So yeah, it was a good night, good morning, had a good breakfast. So yeah, we're all getting ready to go. Hopefully we'll knock this out in about 3 hours. That's the goal, but we'll see what happens.
The best thing was JB not getting rained on.
Yeah, it didn't rain last night. Praise the Lord, he held the rain out for us. So we'll see y'all. We'll see y'all later.
All right, everybody's we're on the trail. Everybody's feeling fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're starting out. We got what, 7 miles? 7 miles to go today. We're gonna see how fast we can knock it out. So we'll see you on down the trail. Actually, this is what the trail's looking like right now. It's mostly just still this forest road. So, and this is where we're heading out, headed towards Slicking Gap or something like that. Well, we're climbing up this no-name mountain, but it's been actually pretty deceptively long ascent. Fairly steep, but it's just long, man. Trail profile didn't look that long, but it's a lot longer, and I think it may be because something to do with the GPS tracking. Like when I'm tracking on all trails, and my GPS jumped from about 8.1 miles to 8.5 miles, but we definitely walked farther than 4/10 of a mile before we started our ascent. And so I don't know if it's just kind of like a GPS blackout range or something, but anyway, so pretty good little descent, or excuse me, ascent. So, but the grade, we just turned the corner right here. The grade up until that corner is pretty steep, but going up it doesn't look as quite as bad. I think we're fixing the summit, and then we got a little dip, and then we're gonna go back up on top of another one. But it's not near as big a climb. So we'll see y'all when we see something. All right, so we hadn't had signal in a good little while, but right at the summit of this no-name mountain, which the GPS jumped, but I'm gonna guess it's probably right at 9.5 miles. When you summit, you will have some pretty good signal. So if you need to make a phone call, but it's probably been, how far? A long ways since we've had signal. Yeah. So I would definitely recommend, if you don't know what the signal looks like the rest of the trail, but thus far it's been pretty splotchy. So at 9.5 miles, if you got to make a phone call, you better make it. All right. Update, we're just over the crest of that No Name Mountain, probably at night, still just over 9.5 miles. 9 and some change miles. We found a pretty sweet spot. If you're with a pretty good group, you can make this work. It's relatively flat. Trail comes in from that way and goes out that way. Moseying on down the trail now. This is kind of what the trail's looking like. We are headed out. So we're at Gum Gap. Everybody's kind of feeling it right now. Pretty good hard climb, but we do have a pretty good little descent. It's looking like there's a campsite around here somewhere. We're right at about I think it was 10.5. Let me look. 10.5 miles. Yeah, we're right at 10.5 miles right here at Gum Gap. And so there's a campsite somewhere right in here that I saw on a video. And if I find it, I'll be sure to show it to you. So got our first little water crossing right here. Seems to be a doozy. Just kidding. Real good water source at a little over 10.5 miles, I think, right at 10.5. Samson's enjoying the nice cool water. JB stepped directly in front of it while I was filming. It's okay. Just joking. Morgan's trying to get across over there. Athlete, Samson flexing on us. Abel going for it. So real good water source though. And I fully believe that this is a display of God's power in His creation of these things, and as well as a proof of His intricacies, His care for the little things, such as you and I. Which brings me to our next point, that you and I are sinners. We're born in sin. We sin every day, but and that makes us not right with God. No amount of good work that we do will ever make us right with God. As a matter of fact, the scripture says that our best is as filthy rags. But like I said, no amount of good work can get us right with God, can get us to heaven. But what does is the fact that He sent His Son Jesus to die on a cross as atonement, as payment, as a sacrifice, that we could be right with Him, that we could commune with Him, that we could be with Him eternally. And so the death on the cross was a sacrifice. The proof that he was who He said He was, that He was fully man, He was fully God, was the fact that He was risen 3 days later. Excuse me. And your faith in the fact that, in the belief, your belief of Jesus, and He was who He said He was, and He did what He said He did, and that He rose on the third day, is what gets you to heaven and will give you that eternal life. And if you want to know more about the gospel and more about who Jesus was and the works that He did, please contact me. If you believe that, you shoot me a message, ethanbusby1@gmail.com, or anything. Just please, if you don't believe in that, I'm sorry. Just don't be hateful about it. All right, so we've come to quite the stout water crossing. As you can see right here, JB has already made it across. He's braved it for us. But now you're fixing to get some action shots of us going across. So here we go. JB's wet now. The foot is wet now.
How's it feel, JB?
Actually, like, not gonna lie, only this, like, right here on the sock is wet.
Really?
Everything else is done. Made an impact.
It's dancing out there. Morgan, do you have any final thoughts?
Titanic water wasn't this cold.
She said the Titanic water was not that cold if you couldn't hear her.
It actually feels pretty good though.
It does.
After being hot.
Yeah.
Rock caught that soak. Not yet. And I'll say that I might haul it, but so far, pretty good.
Because imagine having to take off your shoes to cross the river.
I know.
That one turned on me.
Hey, it's cold.
Abel, how you feeling?
Cold. And they balance. Oh, that is cold.
How many days I want to do these trails completely barefoot?
No way.
I've been told it's possible and it's actually better for you.
I believe that it's possible. This does not sound enjoyable to me.
I feel like it's okay until like you meet a really sharp rock
Yeah,
or a snake.
yeah, both of those will be issues. Oh, did you see that bird?
Yeah.
11 3/4 miles now. We just came into an awesome campsite. Pretty big. You could definitely put 4 or 5 tents here. And the creek, real big creek right over here. Just over the edge of this right here. Now the campsite itself, there's a creek over there. The campsite itself is just off the trail, so you kind of got to be looking for it. But yeah, right at 11 3/4 to 12 miles. Coming from Sassafras going to Raven Cliff. So
If I just grab a hold of it.
we're doing a little uphill right now. Apparently we've converged at some point with the Palmetto Trail. I did not see where we did that, but apparently we did at some point. So we're headed up this way. All right, we're right at about 1.5 miles out from the parking lot. Got a pretty good little climb. So Morgan's coming up the hill right now. She has done an awesome job. Goat status. Anyway, Samson's tired. He's real tired. I think we're all pretty tired. But yeah, that's still on the kind of forest road looking thing. Almost back to the parking lot. We stopped and found a pretty cool little view. Got some awesome fall color. And it's kind of hard to see, probably hard to see on the GoPro. But out from us in the mountains, in the distance, you can see pretty cool, pretty hazy, but some real pretty fall color. So we're heading on back to the parking lot. Just got some really pretty sugar maples right here. They are just absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, really, really pretty. Well, we're climbing out up to the road to the parking lot where we left Abel's car. So it's been a great trip. But fun fact for those of you out there thinking about doing this trail, it is it's actually right at 16 miles. The signs say 14.2, but GPS says right at 16 miles. So it's actually a pretty stout hike. So anyway, all right, we'll see y'all next time.
Really cut the trail down.